Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2. As you can see, we are back with the 2 million zombie horde, who have surrounded a new type of unit. But for today's video, I wanted to take a look at some of the god powers. There was an update a few days ago, and they added some new units, but also some new abilities for you as a sort of like god mode, to where you can drop nukes. And I want to see how nukes will stand up against a horde of 2 million zombies. Later in the video, we also take a look at this new unit that they added, which is a new hero unit called Cleopatra. Obviously, there's only one Cleopatra, but we have added a few over here. And later in the video, once we're done with the nukes, we will add a few more to see how they stack up. They're actually very, very strong, way stronger than things like Spartans. Again, they're like called hero units, so we will actually see how they will do. I just placed them here so that the units will attack each other, but for this video, or this part in the video, we will focus on the nukes. So let's begin. We will actually let this intro play out a little bit. You can see that the Cleopatrans, as I will call them for now, are actually charging. For the first few minutes or so, we can actually take a look at what their attack looks like and then focus on it later. These zombies are charging. And here, Cleopatra are using fireballs, fire magic, and doing a ton of damage. And what's very interesting, if you actually have the distance between the units quite far, again, they will not get as cluttered up. And the ones at the rear will actually be able to fire. And look how much damage it's doing. So it's going to be very interesting to see what a few more of the Cleopatra units will be able to do. These are 32 Cleopatra units against, again, 2 million zombies. But we are not here, at least not this part, to watch at how the Cleopatrans are doing, but we are watching what a nuke will do. So, we will switch to the nuke, and kabloom. Oh my god! Oh lord! Look at that! Oh my goodness! Wow! That looked amazing. I want to do that again and again and again. Oh my god. I can't really aim it, so aim is a little stiffy, but here we go. Look at all the units flying. Oh my god. We'll check this out in slow motion as well, but holy Jesus. All of them are dead. That already cleared up a quarter of the zombies, of 2 million. Look at all of them. Like, that's what's most impressive. That wave, that shock wave that goes through all the troops and just sends them flying. Oh my god. Look at that. It's a really impressive mushroom cloud as well. As you can see here, the Cleopatrans are doing very, very well. The zombies have actually not been able to kill a single Cleopatra. And as you can see, these god mode abilities are very game-breaking in that, you know, one side will definitely lose, but they're just really spectacular. I think in the most recent update, they added a tsunami, so like a tidal wave. I saw on a screenshot. It honestly did not look as spectacular as this. This is incredible. This is really cool looking. Look at that wave of just bodies flying everywhere. Oh my god. It's glorious. We're kind of running out of zombies, though, to kill. They finally now killed one Cleopatra. There's only a few left. Look at this. Oh my god, so many dead zombies. It's glorious. Let's try this one more time. I'm now immediately at the start of the battle going to use the nukes, but actually let's see it now in slow motion to get a better grip of what is happening here. Alright, here we are again. And I will toggle slow motion. And turn it on. Let's get a better look at this, shall we? Boom, and immediately that shockwave sending out units flying. It's very beautiful. There's almost something like euphoric about. Look at this. Oh my god. It's incredible. Oh my god. I could do this all day. Wow. Units here are still flying as the other one actually goes. You cannot actually spam the nuke. There is a little bit of a cooldown. Oh my lord. This is just... This is better than I could ever imagine. This is probably the best nuke I've ever seen in a game. And I've seen my share of nukes in games. Nothing comes close to this. Oh my god. Just that wave, you can see the wall of bodies just being flung everywhere. Being picked up like it's nothing. And then dropping down. Real impressive. Let's do one more to end it. And then let's actually take a look if how the Cleopatras are doing. Just absolutely being obliterated. Now, obviously, if this was like realistic, instead of being flung like this, they would just like disintegrate. But still, it is pretty amazing. Alright. I'll turn off slow motion. There we go. And bodies literally in the open fields over here. As the zombies are actually approaching the Cleopatrans. But yeah, I already did a lot of damage here. Like, I already took out a quarter with the nuclear bomb. So let's do this battle over again. I'm going to add a few more Cleopatra units. And see how they do. Alright, so here we are. I added a few more Cleopatra units. We now have 128 Cleopatra heroes against 2 million zombies. Let's let the battle begin. Let's see what happens. As you can see, the group is actually splitting up. Very interesting. We'll also make the battle a little bit more visceral in that sense. But going to both sides. Again, I increased the distance a little bit so that they just not all get cluttered up. Visually, it's just way more appealing in my opinion. And here come the hordes rushing in. I always love this moment, that adrenaline pumping. Looks like this unit will actually fire first. Getting in range. Here come the first fireballs. And again, they're swarming the hero units at the front, giving the ones at the back the ability to fire. We might actually also take control of one of the Cleopatra units, see how they actually play. Might want to do that before they get surrounded. Over here, you can actually see that they're already caving their way through this entire horde over here. Let's take control, shall we? I keep forgetting I can do first person. There we go. Again, playing as units is fun, but it gets a little bit repetitive after a while, but it's fun to check out the strength. As you can see here, they're kind of spread out. Now they're actually getting surrounded by the zombies. Interesting. What's happening over here? Same thing here. They've now actually closed this gap, so the hero units will get engulfed not too long. Though again, they are able to keep this wall of flesh outside their perimeter. Like, the corpses are stacking so high that we're getting like mountains, like that we're getting those like the World War Z type of visuals. Let's actually take a look at the death count. So they almost killed 200,000 zombies and have not taken a single casualty yet. There were already hero units in the game before this update, but we have not actually taken a look at them. But this gives a great look at how powerful these hero units are. You know, the fact that 128 can easily, without even sustaining one casualty, can take out 200,000 units. So they're very, very powerful. Also probably just have a lot of HP. That's more a thing to it, because again, they are being swarmed, they are taking damage. You see them being bloodied up, but they're just not dying. This one's still actually in prime condition, so to speak. And I love this. This is actually something I haven't seen. That if units die over here, again, they don't have... Well, I don't know. This shouldn't be ragdoll, but they have the animation for actually rolling down the hill. It's very, very cool. I believe also in the most recent update they added a regular new unit, a medieval unit, which is a heavy knight. And they introduced a new factor in the game with armor. I believe none of the units before were armored, though with the tanks I'm not entirely sure how that works. But basically their health and armor are two separate stats. And we're going to see more units that have that, so that's also actually going to be very, very interesting. I love how you see some of the stray fireballs just going everywhere. Still have not taken a single casualty and already up to 400,000 kills. Oh, I spoke too soon. We got one death. One Cleopatra has died. It's going to be interesting to see if we're going to lose Cleopatra units very quickly, as all of them have pretty much been nibbled on for quite a while, so all of them could actually be quite low HP. Though again, there's a few here that are only a little bit bloody. Yep, there we got 2 Cleopatra units down. This is where the tide of the battle turns. Still, as you can see, a lot of zombies still even charging. Like, these zombies are just stuck. They're like, hey Ted, how are you doing? Are you off to work? Yeah, good, you know, biting an Egyptian lady. You know how it is. Like, can you imagine, like, being, like, in traffic, seeing this in front of you, like, yep, that's where we're going. God, seeing this makes me want to, they should add bug units, like, the units from the movie Ants. Does somebody remember that movie? It was so weird, because that movie, I guess it's a children's movie, but that has some of the most gruesome looking war scenes in there when they fight the termites. Like, I remember ants being, like, sprayed with acid and melting. And these hills are just getting higher and higher. It's almost like a... Like, the visual sense, it reminds me of, like, a garbage field. It's interesting, too. You can actually see that the zombies themselves have really split up into giant armies. But the Cleopatra units have actually now already killed 600,000, so almost a third of the army they've killed. But again, they've taken casualties. But I mean, there are so many more Cleopatra units available. And I actually think that if we were to watch this until the end, it might actually be a very long battle, so we might not do that. We might actually just give the victory to Cleopatra. But we'll see. We might actually go on for a few more minutes and see where it goes. Again, I kind of expected the deaths of the Cleopatra units to go a little bit quicker, because like I said, I think a lot of them have been bitten. Like, look, all of these units are very bloody, and that's not the blood of like the zombies being sprayed on them. Being bloody like that means that they actually took some damage. But seeing as they have a lot of HP, it could be that they are very far from dying. I love this, like, what is happening here where part of the army is, like, going to the other side. It's really like this, like, communal trafficking going on here. It's like, everybody get into your lane. Don't shove. It's really interesting. Took another loss there. Man. They just cannot do anything there. And again, the zombies are some of the weakest units available, so it could also be interesting to see how Cleopatra would face off against things like Spartans or something. So there's a lot available. Again, if you know some cool scenarios that we can do with this game, let me know in the comments down below. We're at 800. Let's go to 1,000,000. Let's see how the score is when they kill 1,000,000 zombies, and let's actually then end it there. Because obviously that's over half, and they're not even close to losing half of their Cleopatra units. Like, they haven't even lost 10% of their units. Look at this pile of bodies, and just more raining down. That's a really neat detail that I've never noticed. Okay, we're at 900,000. 100,000 more. Now, obviously, a nuke will also absolutely obliterate them. Maybe we should end with a tidal wave. I don't think the tidal wave is spectacular enough to make a separate video about that, but it could be interesting to see how that works. So, Tsunami, here we go. Okay, now they've actually lost 10% or a little bit over 10% of their troops, and they're close to 1,000,000. So again, the Cleopatra units are winning this easily. Here comes the tidal wave. Yeah, see, it's not... It's honestly not very spectacular. Like, it looks like a weird blue pudding going through these units here, and I guess that the units are dead that are inside this. Yeah. So yeah, no, I prefer I prefer the nuke very much. That is way more visually spectacular than this. Okay, yeah, I was thinking, like, if I use a nuke here, will that basically have all these units flying? But it does not. It did kill the Cleopatra units, though. So again, nukes against Cleopatra units, also very effective. Anyway, guys, that was it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.